Welcome back to my channel. In today's class, I'll be teaching you how to use getters and setters to control access to an object. This is a walkthrough guide of freecodecamp lesson on getters and setters. So let's consider the example that's provided here. But before we proceed, I just want to give a quick definition of getter function and setter function. So getter functions are actually used to get from the name itself or return the value of an object's variable. In this case, it could be a private. In this case, it's a private variable. That's why we've written the underscore. Why a private variable? This is something that the user cannot access. And that's why you have used it, but don't treat that as significant. It's not so important. The main thing is to understand what's a getter and a setter. So the setter function is actually there to help you to change or set the value, or rather modify the value of the past variable of the object based on whatever value that you're keying into the setter function. Simple as that. So as you can see, I have throughout used underscore just to signify that it's a private variable, but that doesn't mean that if I use underscore it will become a private variable. So that's a different explanation altogether. So that's up to you. You can just write with or without the underscore, and you can test it out. So let's take the example given of the class of book, the object which is a class book. And in this you have a constructor function. You have a constructor with author as a parameter, and you're using the keyword this. As you know, in a constructor, why do you use the keyword this? In order to give referencing. So if I say in this constructor this dot author, it means this dot author is the author that we actually want to return, right? Now you use the getter function. So it's as simple as just write get. And what you want to, in this case, you want to get the writer, right? You want to return the writer. So just write get writer, yeah, followed by the round brackets and then the curly braces, because it's a function, very simple function. And then inside the curly braces, you just mention return. What do you want to return or get? This dot author, right? Because this dot author is a reference for the author's name that you want. Simple. Then after that, you write the setter function, create a setter function to set the writer. So it's again simple, set writer, but here in the round brackets you need to write a parameter which is in this case updated author. Yeah, why you have written updated author? Because I want to update the value, I want to modify, I want to set the value. That's the work of a setter function, right? Sorry. So set writer updated author. In this, the referencing is this dot author will be the updated author, not the previous author's value. So that means here you will get the value, the updated value of the author that you've keyed in. So let's say you key in a new value, so that new value will reflect in the return. So that's the idea. Understood? Okay. Then after that, you delegate a value for a variable. Let's create a new variable like const novel is, let's say for a new book, not for the previous book. You create a new book with an anonymous writer. Parameter is anonymous. So now if you console log for the novels writer, that is novel.writer, see what you get? You will get the change, anonymous. So interesting, right? So you can get the updated value right here for another book as well. And then if you dedicate the value of new author to the novel writer here within the variable itself, and then if you console.log for the novel writer, let's see what you get. There you go, new author, simple as that. So it's changed so quickly. So let's use this was an example. Let's use that example idea for the task that we have to do. So the task that FCC has asked us to do is to create a thermostat class. Yeah, to create a thermostat class and using the keyword class. Yeah, of course. Then the constructor will accept the Fahrenheit temperature. So it's accepting a Fahrenheit temperature. And in order, after doing that, you need to create a getter function to get the temperature in Celsius, mind you. It's accepting the Fahrenheit, but you need to use the getter to return it in Celsius, and a setter function to set the temperature in Celsius. Mind that. So by doing this, what you're able to do, you are able to track the temperature in one scale, which is in this case Celsius. So in order for that, we are going to do this task. So what we are going to do, okay, let's see. Another thing before we start, just keeping in mind, you have to instantiate this with Fahrenheit value. That is, you are feeding the Fahrenheit value, but you will be getting the answer in Celsius. Just keep that in mind. Okay, and then the formulas for Celsius and Fahrenheit is already provided here. Yeah, so we just quickly use that. You can see in the FCC guide, just look for Celsius equal to 5 by 9 multiplied by F minus 32, whatever the blah blah the formula given there. Okay, so let's quickly do without wasting much time. Let's start doing the task. So first and foremost, in the space provided, first of all, above and below, you have to do something. You have to fill up the code. So what you are supposed to do, you have to create a class of thermostat. So let's code. Here you go. Class thermostat, yeah, with a constructor Fahrenheit. Why the parameter is Fahrenheit? Because if you remember, you have to instantiate with Fahrenheit. Yeah, so that's why the parameter is Fahrenheit. And then what is the reference here? This dot Fahrenheit will be the Fahrenheit. So whatever Fahrenheit value you're getting is based on what you're feeding there. So that's the reference. Now you have to create a getter to get the temperature in Celsius. So make the getter function, get temperature, return. You're just inputting that value given in your guide, or you must be knowing this in mathematics already. In Celsius, the value is 5 by 9 multiplied by this dot Fahrenheit minus 32. If you do this, you're returning it in Celsius already. Then after that, you create a setter function to set the temperature in Celsius. So set temperature. Remember, in setter, you're supposed to write a parameter. So the parameter is Celsius. Why? Because you're updating the value and you want to return the value, change everything in Celsius. You want to track also in Celsius. So you have to write the parameter as Celsius, not Fahrenheit, mind you. So set temperature Celsius, yeah, and this dot Fahrenheit will be in this case what? This dot Fahrenheit in this case will be using that formula Celsius multiplied by 9, 5 plus 32 already provided there, or you should be already knowing the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So what they're trying to say is you are adjusting the value, you're changing and modifying the value in such a way that whatever Fahrenheit value is given there, this dot Fahrenheit, right, instantiated with Fahrenheit, so that will be immediately converted to Celsius if you do this formula. Yeah, simple as that. Now after this, okay, you can bring this here later. Okay, then after that what you do is, if you go quickly check here, but before console log, you just create your, let's say, a new variable const thermos equals new thermostat with 76 as the instantiated value. Then after that you want to change it. So let temp be thermos.temperature. You're just creating a new variable. Then thermos.temperature, you are putting it as 26. Like we did in the previous example, change the value from 76 to 26. So temp will be what? Thermos.temperature, right? Yeah. Now you want to see the change if it's showing in the log console. So console.log thermos.temperature. Let's see the magic. There you go, 26. So whatever value you feed in here, it will keep changing. Let's say you make it like 29. There you go. It's showing that value, whatever changed. So you are successful in using the getter and setter function, in returning the value of your choice, in tracking it in Celsius or Fahrenheit as per what you are feeding and as per what you are modifying. So you've been able to do that. And I hope the explanation is clear to you. I'll be also in the description attaching the code editor with the worked out values in order for you to practice it later or along with this. whatever you say. And if there's still any doubt in your mind, do mention it in the comments section, and do let me know how you feel about it. Do not forget to smash that subscribe button and the bell button so that you'll be personally notified every time I post such tutorials. There'll be a lot of free tutorials coming up. I'll be also posting a fun kind of shorts tutorial based on this. So watch out for that. And also watch out for my other social media posts and write-ups and descriptions I'll be mentioning in the description below. And do read the description well, do read the guide well, so that if you have any doubts, it will be mostly cleared of all over there itself. Otherwise, you're also welcome to ask me in the comment section. Do let me know what you feel about it.